How much movement can you see in the rankings by adding a keyword to your title? And how long will that movement take? Will it take a day, a week, a month, a year? We're about to find out right here in this video. What I'm going to do is take a website that currently ranks on page 2 and it does not have a very important part of the keyword in the title. We're going to add it and we're going to see how much it moves up and how long that movement takes, if of course it moves at all. So what we're going to do is the website right here, Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA. Okay, you see it currently does not have SEO in the title. It has SEO a couple times in the content. So if I bring this up, you're going to see if I do a search for SEO, it just shows up here, and then a second time, probably down here somewhere, I don't know. But it's mainly just in the content here. It's not in H tags, not in the title. So we're going to see how important is that title. Now, there is a couple things to understand here to understand this test fully. Number one is we do have Landenberg in the domain name, so that's helping us a lot. If we didn't have Landenberg in the domain name, this result would be further down, and adding Landenberg SEO to our title would move this even further. But we do have Landenberg in our domain name with SEO in the content, so that's helping us rank number 12. But how important is the title specifically if we add SEO to it? That's what we're going to find out. Another thing you want to understand is that on page 1, the top 7 results are all my websites, and all these websites are EMDs. So they all have Landenberg SEO in the domain name, besides number 6, which is my YouTube channel, which of course has Landenberg SEO exactly in the title. So I don't expect this website to jump any of my top 7 results. It could, but I don't expect it to. I do expect it to jump at least some of these here. Number 11, 10, 9, 8. All those aren't as well optimized. They have more authority. They have more links going to them. But if we can optimize more specifically for Landenberg SEO, we may be able to jump ahead of them. These guys have Landenberg and SEO in their domain name. These guys just have Landenberg. Let's see, number 11. They don't have any of that in there. So I think we can, at the bare minimum, jump these guys. I think we can jump one of the, a couple of the spots maybe on the first page as well. But we're going to see what happens, and we're going to see how long it takes. So let's go ahead and go to this page. I want to do it live on this video so you know we're doing it right now. Again, today is May 21st, 2025. That's the day we're making the change. And everything will be in this video. I'm not splitting it up into multiple videos. I'll just shoot on different days and compile it into this same video. So you have all the test results right here in this video here. Okay, so let me just see. Am I using a page for my home page, or am I using post? Let's see. I'll come to on my latest page. So I'm going to go change the page title for that page, which is currently the home page. I'm sorry, that's Landenberg SEO effort. that was the wrong site. We're going to do a test on that one as well. So let's go. All right, we're doing our latest post showing. So my title will actually be here. All right, this is my title right here. You see, I haven't touched this site since 2018. So what we're going to do is change this up a little bit. So Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA. Mr. Smarty Pants 2018. We'll say of SEO 2025. Okay, so just make that small change. All we're doing is adding SEO to our title. Okay, I'm not even adding it with Landenberg. We're just adding it to our title. Just the word SEO is going into our title. And we're going to see what type of movement this now makes. So I made sure I made this change. And now if we come back to our site here and I reload it, we should see SEO in our title, and there it is right there, okay? Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA, Mr. Smarty Pants of SEO 2025. So I will shoot different days for this video, and I'll put it all in this video right here. For now, that's all we need to do. Let's see what happens. All right, we're back. Quick turnaround for you, but for me, it's been about 2 weeks. It is June 5th, 2025. Now, let's now go look for Landenberg SEO and see where the smartest guy in Landenberg landed. So we're not on page 1 like I was predicting, right? I was expecting to maybe be bottom page 1. Let's go to page 2. So we were number 12 before, 13, 14, 15. We're number 16. So you may be saying, Greg, you changed the title, it indexed, we got SEO in the title and we dropped. Why did that happen? So I looked into this further and I'm going to explain why I believe this happened and a couple really important things about just testing in general and SEO in general. So first things first, the day after I checked this, it was on page 3. Okay, so it was really bouncing between number 12 and like between like 24, between 12 and 24. Currently it's at 16, so we can essentially say that adding SEO in the title didn't do anything, right? Because it's really been bouncing between page 1 and 2, or page 2 and 3, and it's now number 16, which is kind of in the middle of where it was. So essentially it didn't do anything, but I always teach that having a keyword in the title is so important. But there's something that I overlooked, okay? So this is going to allow us to do a further test. And this is the problem that a lot of people make when they do SEO test, is it's so singular that they write off what is really going on, okay? So a lot of people may look at this test and say, all right, well, adding keywords to your title obviously doesn't help, right? They may say that. I know this isn't true because I've done it hundreds of times where it's brought sites up. What I overlooked as a little simple concept, just because all the sites that I've done this for before were naturally about the, it had naturally good content, and, it's for clients who just make a simple change. They're already well optimized everywhere else, and just brings it up. The problem with this site, I realized after we ran this test, was look at the optimization, right? It's not optimized for anything SEO. It's optimized for Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA. Just throwing SEO in the title wasn't enough. Okay, it wasn't enough to bring the site up because the content is absolutely horrible. It's too thin, right? It's too thin. It's not optimized for SEO. So to increase our chances of going up from that title change, we need to have regular SEO content for the topic of SEO, not Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA. So what I did to test this further is I did an article on how to effectively do SEO, just an AI article. So let me go ahead and copy the HTML, and we're going to change this article. So what I'm going to do is go to the home page. I'm going to paste in our code here. Now here's our new article. Okay, now it's optimized for SEO. It's longer. It has images. I'm going to change the H tag as well. So let's say how to effectively do SEO in Landenberg. Even though it's not about that, I just want to have Landenberg in my H tag. And then we can do, so I can just throw in Landenberg a few times, right, throughout the article. That way, just Google picks up better. It's about Landenberg. I'm just doing it a few times. So let's go down here. All right, so that's enough right there. We got in an H tag. I could put it in another little H tag here. So let's do like here. All right, so just got Landenberg in there. It's mainly about SEO, but I added Landenberg in there a few times. Now, this is going to increase our chances of getting on the first page. I was missing that piece of having an optimized article for SEO. So when it comes to SEO, it's very basic, but you need to have everything together, right? If you have an article that is not optimized well for your specific topic, and it's on a totally different topic, just adding a keyword to the title isn't going to do it. And if I realized this before, I would have known that our chances were way down for going up. Still had a chance. I still would have said I had a chance to move up to bottom page 1. But because the article was not optimized for this and it was just so thin, they're just not allowing us on the first page. Google's like, nah, we're not allowing this on the first page. Not good enough. Just adding SEO to the title is not going to do it. But what I want you to be very clear on is when it comes to SEO testing, it's more granular than people realize, right? People would just do this test and say, all right, well, he had SEO to the title. Obviously, keywords in title don't work. That's not the case. There's a bigger picture here you have to look at. So what I want to do is now update this page. And now let's come back and make sure it updates. So we now have a page. We should have a page that is better optimized for that. What's our title of this page? Smartest Dude in Landenberg, PA. Okay, that's fine. We can leave our title like that. Now the article is actually about SEO, right? It's an SEO article optimized for it. We got Landenberg in there, so it's optimized for Landenberg as well. Now our chances of moving on the first page are much higher. Again, my very well optimized sites take up the top 8 spots. So we have really 2 spots to take over there. We're currently at number 16, but again, bouncing between page 2 and 3. I would expect this to bring it up to the bottom of page 1. But here's the difference. This change can usually take a little longer, okay? changing a title when you have a well-optimized page, that generally is very quick. This one actually, the indexing, this is another important lesson for SEO, the indexing of picking up that title change took like 10 days, which is really long. If this was a high authority site, that change would have showed in like a day or two. So the more authority you have, usually the quicker you can see those title changes, and usually from a title change, you move up pretty quick. That's data I was going to show in another video, and I'll show that, in another successful change, but it's got to have everything together, obviously. But my point on that is this change should take longer. Usually, like, the whole optimization of the whole site could take till the next core update, or even longer if they don't pick it up before then. So we'll see what happens. Again, I made this change on June 5th, and we'll come back to this. I'm going to put out this video now, so you're going to see it now. Then I'll do a follow-up video for, this will be like for just whole site optimization, and I'll kind of come back to this video. I'll point back to this and talk about this, and we'll do that for a new video just because this change can take longer, and I don't want to have to make you wait for those results, because it could be a month, 2 months, even longer, or it could happen quicker than I'm expecting. But that is the first SEO title change. The other one I'm going to put out a video for next week. You'll be surprised at that one as well. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If there's any testing you want to see, comment below. I'm going to be doing tons of testing for SEO. And hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully you learned something. See you soon.